It happened to me. I can't believe it myself. Suddenly I'm up on top of the world. It should have been somebody else. Come on, everybody, sing this shit. Here we go.
You're supposed to be
Believe
rapping.
it or not,
I thought you were a
I'm
rapper.
walking on air. I never thought I could feel so free. Flying away on a wing and a prayer. Who could it be? Believe it or not, it's just me. Come
I
on,
thought
man.
you. I thought you was a rapper, man. You say you was gonna you want to do a freestyle. You come out here singing.
Yo, what up, what up, what
Yo,
up, what up, what up?
you know
What
you
up, what up,
sound
what up?
like
Who that sound like, man?
David Peaston.
Who?
You remember David Peaston was on Showtime at the Apollo?
Oh, that the soul singer?
Yeah, he had a tremendous run. You sound like David Peaston a little bit.
I don't know who the hell David Peaston is, man. I don't know who the hell that is. What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 31. You got the originators of Opinionated-Facts. This is the halftime. You got your man Fif here.
Where's CY?
Yo, man, welcome, 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 man. How you doing, man? You don't know what's that song?
No, I don't know that song.
Can I do it again?
Yeah, do it again. I want to see you sound
I think everybody know. I think everybody know that song is, man.
Everybody don't know this song.
Everybody know what the song is, man. Here we go. Let's do it again. Here we go.
Go ahead.
Looking and happening
Start
to
over.
me.
Start over because you got choked up.
I can't believe it myself. Everybody. Suddenly I'm up on top of the world. It should have been somebody else. Here we go. This is my favorite part. Believe it or not, I'm walking on air. I never thought I could feel so free. Flying away on a wing and a prayer. Who could it be? Believe it or not, it's just me.
Who sings that?
That is the theme song from The Greatest American Hero, dog.
But who sings it?
I don't know who the hell sings it, man, but it was one of the greatest theme songs behind Hill Street Blues of all fucking time. Hill Street Blues, Greatest American Hero, The Golden Girls, Cheers, and The Cosby Show. Those are like the 5 greatest theme songs of all time.
Good Times? You didn't say Good Times?
Yeah, Good Times is like a top 10, but yo, I mean, come on, Greatest American Hero, bro. That's like one of the top theme songs of ever created.
The Wire?
That's not really. I mean, I don't. Hit me with The Wire. Let me hear you do The Wire.
Power? You remember Power? They made a switch Power back.
Yeah, but I don't think everybody knows it though. Like if I bust the Greatest American Hero out, everybody knows. Everyone can sing along with that one. You bust out in the club, whatever, or like Cheers. You bust Cheers out, everyone knows what that is. The Golden Girls,
Okay.
Hill Street Blues.
Can y'all say P Valley? Or P Valley on Stars?
Okay, all right.
Thank you.
Well, you know, but everyone knows Greatest American Hero though, right?
I didn't know it. I'm not privy. Nah. Didn't know it.
You know, everyone knows that. Though.
Okay.
Everyone, you know.
All right.
So what's good, man? How you been? How was your week, bro?
Good, man. Good. Everything's
good. What you been up to, man? What's been good?
Man, work, man. Work, kids.
Well, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here.
Glad
you
to be here.
Welcome, episode 31. Halftime. You got your boys Fif and CY here, man. Yo, we here to do it again, man. Episode 31, man. This is the halfway point of season number 3. Who would have thunk, man, that we would have been here this far doing this thing, man, and bringing good cheer to the people on the Sunday afternoons when there's no football, there's no basketball, there's nothing but the Podcases here. The originators of Opinionated-Facts. That's all you got, man. And what a gift! What a gift to behold. You know what I'm saying?
Unless you want to do night church.
I thought they want to do night church on New Year's Eve.
No, some people do night church.
Hey man, you've been to church on New Year's Eve, man?
Nah.
There's a whole lot of heathens up in there.
Nah. I
Yo,
never
that'd be
been, man. I don't, I don't go out nowhere New Year's Eve, man. I don't go to clubs, restaurants. I'm pretty much. I mean, I can count on my hands number of times I've been somewhere. It's probably like five. Usually in the
really
house, man. Yeah, watching TV. People get to acting real crazy New Year's, man.
okay.
New Year's Eve, brother.
I think I've been like one time to like a church, like a church on New Year's Eve or something like that. I got invited one time.
What state?
Georgia. Man, it
Ooh.
was packed, bro. It was absolutely packed. It was a club scene, man. It was packed as shit. And those same, you follow those same cars. You're going to the club about 2 hours later.
Yeah. That's what you do. The night watch, then you go to the club, man.
So so when you say the night church, what is that?
Some people do like service like 7 o'clock. Those mega churches, man. They had church all day. Pastor take a break, go get some dinner, come back.
Count that loot up.
You said that, I didn't.
Hey, man, I don't think a pastor shouldn't be rich.
Why? It's a job like anything else. If you're good at it, why not?
Why should a pastor be rich, bro?
I think if you're good at it, I think I think if you're good at it, then like
What,
anything
what,
else,
what,
you should have the opportunity.
what is a pastor good at, though? What is a pastor really good at?
Selling hope, man. You're giving people hope, and they are doing what they need to do, and they believe in them. They follow them. I mean, think about it, man. Some pastors congregation, 20 people.
Right,
Some people like Joe Osteen, 2 million people. So there's
right,
clearly something he's doing different because some of the people who follow this guy 20 people may say, man, this guy knows the Bible more than Osteen, but some kind of way he's capturing people. He's making people believe in him, making people believe what he says, and they're drawn to him. And some of these people, man, they like, oh, gotta watch Osteen on Sunday. These people ain't even going to the place. They watching and donating via like text messages and stuff, man. Like, I mean, I think it's
so
a
you,
job.
you don't you don't you don't see nothing wrong with that.
It doesn't matter if there's something wrong with it. I mean, it does. I think it's. I don't. To me, it's a job like any other job.
No, a
So I
pastor job
think
is not like any other job.
it is because if you
No,
can't get,
no.
it's like a disc jockey. If you're a DJ and people don't want to listen to you, then you don't get advertisements and stuff. The DJs who got a whole lot of listeners, they make a whole lot more money. So I think at some point you've gotten to the point where these people not only listen, but they believe in you, and you say, hey, look, we trying to build this. We need help. Help us as much as you can. Bring your friend. If you bring your friend, I guarantee you they'll come back the next week.
With
Um,
nothing.
you've never like listened to like one of his sermons? Like
No,
let's
I know.
I'm
I
using
don't
Joe
listen.
Osteen as a
I refuse to listen to Joel Osteen.
well, like
I don't.
I've heard him like passing through on like a Sunday. Man, some of that stuff is I mean it's like you'd be like wow, like I mean
Okay.
it's
Wow. What you mean? Wow.
I mean you just like yo it's I mean yo he he's connecting with people, man. Like the stuff he's saying is connecting. Now I won't say like yeah. I mean I've never been to the church. I wouldn't go to like a huge mega church or anything like that. Because I don't believe I believe he's just talking to anybody who will listen. Um, but I think he is saying something that's connecting to people, man. I mean, I don't even think I know for him to be able to make the revenue and have people donating the way they are.
Ah.
A lot of celebrities are
Ah.
doing that. Yeah,
Revenue.
that's the
Revenue.
key word. Yeah, and
Revenue.
tax free revenue, usually nonprofit. So
So
yeah,
you don't see nothing wrong with that.
I see something wrong with a lot of shit. But I mean, I don't.
But you,
I
you don't see
think
nothing wrong with these mega churches.
I think if you can do it, do it. I mean,
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
my thing is how whatever you got to do to get through whatever you figured out, go ahead and do it. And if it works and it's legal, keep going. Right?
Even playing on people emotions.
Oh man, yeah, that shit. Doctors do it. Pharmaceutical companies do it. Hell, colleges do it. So what's different than that than sending a kid to college where you're gonna come out $200,000 in the hole with a damn degree in liberal arts and no way to go.
No, that's totally
Right?
different, bro.
No,
No,
it ain't different,
no, the
man.
mega churches are totally different than a college, bro. Come on, let's keep it real, man. Joel
Okay,
Osteen
it's
and
different
those
in the
guys.
college, but you
Let me,
get
let
what
me
I'm
tell you something.
saying.
I'm not knocking religion or nothing like that. But yo, mega churches and all what they do, that is one of the greatest scams known to man. And,
It
and,
ain't
and let
it
me tell
ain't
you
even
something.
got to be a mega church. Regular churches.
The difference between, let me tell you something. When I grew up, my mother could call our pastor and he would come over. You think you called Joel Osteen?
No, that's my whole point. Exactly. That's what I was saying. He's talking to anybody. No, hell, you probably can't get to Joe Osteen. I don't care
Exactly.
unless you
Exactly.
give a certain amount of money.
Okay, that's my point.
Yeah. Okay. But what I'm saying is, even though you can't, for him to have you in your pocket and donating enough money that you probably getting a damn 1099 at the end of the year, and you know you can't even get to this man. This man don't know who you are. He ain't talking to you. He ain't counseling you or anything.
But
I remember, man, when I got married, and we went, and the pastor say, he said, we were talking, and he said, man, how can I? I mean, he was telling me something, and I said, man, you don't even know me from Adam. Like you've never met me before. How could you possibly
right,
counsel me? Like I
right.
mean, I was cool with all like the generic stuff, but when it came down to like personally, you don't even know me. You met me 5 minutes ago. How can you tell me something about me personally that could possibly help me? I don't think you can. I don't think you can.
But I'm saying, what's the difference between? And I'm not being funny. What's the difference between what Joel Osteen does and these other mega churches like Creflo Dollar and all that, and what Donald Trump and all these other guys do? What's the difference between them two? What's the difference? There's no
Nothing.
difference.
It's no different. It's no different. It's the ability to get people to follow you. That's what man. Hell, Jamal Bryant, Creflo Dollar, Joe Osteen, plenty other ones.
Yo, listen. Here's the problem with all of that shit. They come
Okay.
up here and tell you like, yo, you got, when it comes to tithes and offerings and all that shit, they come and tell you like, yo, well, it's not. It's time for tithes and offering and all that. And the first thing they do when they talk about tithes and offering and all that, they give you an envelope. They give you an envelope talking about 10%, whatever. You
You can
give them
cash app
10%.
now. You don't need no
Huh?
envelope. You can cash app the church now.
I get all of that, but what I'm saying is in the nature of whatever, it gives the nature of what they're trying to say is 10% is money. No, 10% is not necessarily money. It's your first fruit. It can be if you're an attorney, your first fruit can be giving legal advice to the church, being a legal counsel for the church, being if you're a doctor, coming doing like a clinic for the sick and shut in and all that. If you do lawns and all that, doing the lawn for the church and all that, but it doesn't
Mm-hmm.
have to be money. And that's the first thing they go to is money. And all these guys are rich, and the majority of people that they preach to are what? Poor.
Right.
The ratio doesn't make any sense at all, and I don't know
No,
why
none at
anybody
all.
believes that shit. That shit is bullshit. And listen, Jesus was poor. These guys are rich. The dynamic makes no sense, and anybody who believes that shit is full of shit. It play no people emotions, bro. The majority of people that go to church are poor. And they're
Mm-hmm.
telling you if you don't contribute, if you don't give tithes and offerings and all that, you won't be blessed. Man, come on. That is the biggest bunch of bullshit I've heard in my life. I'm not shitting on I'm not shitting religion or nothing like that. But that everybody know that's bullshit.
I'm telling you, man.
Your
It's
your first fruit is not money. Your
it's
first
just
fruit is not money.
it's their ability to sell, man. Ability to sell what they're saying and have people want to come and listen.
And
That's
give
all
money.
it is.
And
Yeah,
give
yeah,
money.
yeah. End of the day, they want money. Yeah,
So you
I
so
I
so
agree
you
with you.
so you understand church is about money.
Yeah,
It's not
yeah.
about it's essentially it's not about helping people. It's about money, generating revenue.
Right,
Now
right.
that they talk about drug, you put the pharmaceutical companies in there. That's not true because the pharmaceutical companies have to pay a tax.
So what?
Just imagine whatever you bring in, you get to keep all of it, and you don't have to turn in no tax returns. Only thing you have to just generate
Well,
is what people gave you.
first of all, churches get a lot of cash, so we wouldn't really know the actual number. We would
That is the biggest.
we wouldn't know the actual number.
Church is the biggest scam ever. It is the biggest scam ever, bro. And
But
anybody who say it's not, come on, bro. Look at the numbers that church generate. These churches generate, and they
I,
pay nothing.
I've got two other ones that may be bigger or just as large as church.
Okay.
Number one, the NCAA, right? NCAA.
Okay. Yep.
Um, Number two, student loans. It's the same. It's the same. It's the same
No, it's
thing,
not
man.
the same thing.
Student loans ain't.
No, it's not the same thing.
Oh
The
God.
reason why I'm not, no, here's why it's not the same thing. When you're talking about churches, the churches are selling you something, but they have to give nothing in return. The churches don't have to give you shit. Student loans
Right.
have to give you money or whatever, whatever. Churches don't give you shit. Only thing you walk out there is with hope.
Well, yeah, you're right.
That's all you walk out there with.
Nothing tangible, right? Just hope.
Nothing really tangible. And the first thing you're going through some shit, whatever, like, yo, people on Facebook, like, oh God, I wrecked my car. I'm going to pray for you. So you mean you're going to sit in your room and do nothing but just pray for me? You're not going to come out and send a tow truck to help me or send me some money, whatever. You're going to pray for me and do nothing for me?
Amen.
Yeah, I mean, essentially, that's what it is. It's false hope.
People
That's all church is,
people have been selling hope for a long time.
which is bullshit. You go to church. Say for instance, right? You make $100,000 a year.
Mm-hmm.
100,000, just a random number. $100,000. No, fuck that. Fuck that. You make $40,000 a year, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you go to your church and you have to give 10% of that. You have to get 10% of 40,000, or you have to get 10% of 100,000, which is 10,000, or get that money. Just imagine if you got 20,000 people in your congregation. Just imagine the amount of money you generate, and you don't give nothing back. You give nothing. What do they give? Tell me one thing. Tell me one thing you know that a church gives besides free hope. I'm charging you for something you get for free, which is hope.
They give communion. Man, I'm messing with you. Don't get.
I know you are, because that's all you. That's the
But
only thing
you get communion. You get communion
once a month.
Uh,
You get communion once a month, dog.
Yeah.
That's all you get. I mean, I'm just keeping it real. If you sit back and think about
I mean,
it,
some of the older churches probably still do plates. You remember back in the day, you go to church and after church,
Back in
sometimes
the
you
day.
might get a plate.
back in the day, you
Yeah.
can call your pastor. You can't
That
call
was
your
that was
pastor.
before churches was like in the damn Toyota Supercenter or wherever Osteen
Yeah,
holds his church at.
And you don't see nothing wrong with that.
I do. I see something wrong with it, but I have come to the realization that America is built on capitalism, man, and that's what it's all about. Like, yeah, the people are getting nothing back, but best believe somebody's getting something. Whether it's the city of Houston, the city of Raleigh, or wherever these larger churches are, somebody's getting some kind of kickback. And it's capitalism. You know what I'm saying? It's capitalism, and that's what drives society, whether it be wrong or right. We are built off of capitalism, man, and it's all about what you can do, what you can make. You know what I mean? And the people at the bottom, they just stay the people at the bottom because a lot of these things and people won't let them get up because, like you said, somebody get a big accident settlement or something. Some of these people, first thing they want to do is run to the church and get a church day part.
Right.
Oh, got $25,000 settlement. I need to get a church. I'm gonna get a church more than 10% of this.
Right.
Get church more. I might get a church 40%, 30%. So you can never really get out of that hole, man. It's just like it's just capitalism, man, and America, and it's what makes America turn, man. You know, I mean, it's just like you think. It's just like people say all the time, out of every bit of chaos, there's always opportunity. You see what I'm saying? It's opportunity for somebody. So these people going through stuff and they think they can pray and pay their way out of it. You see what I'm saying? It doesn't always work that way, but it's like you said, somebody's selling hope, because if you just went through something and you turn on the TV Sunday morning and Joel Osteen say somebody out there is going through something, you say, "Oh,
yeah, me, motherfucker,
Joe talking to me," and then Joe say, "You know what?" He say, "You know what? It don't matter what you're going through. You need to do what you need to do. What you gotta do what the Bible say. You gotta tithe." and you text that number in, you go ahead and put, hey man,
Man, that is so much shit, and people fall for that shit. I don't
yeah,
listen. Let me tell you something. Dr. Umar Johnson said, I don't, listen. Dr. Umar Johnson said something that was very profound to me, and I always thought this as a kid.
okay,
And but this is what he said, and it became more. It hit home more lately. Last 10 years, it hit more lately. What Dr. Umar Johnson said essentially was this, and I'm kind of paraphrasing what he said. He basically says this: every Sunday, you take. Well, I'm using grandmothers as an example. Every Sunday, grandmother take her money and give it to the church, the black church.
hmm
And every Monday morning, the black church take that all that tithes and offering they got and put it in a white bank, right? And every Tuesday morning, a white investor comes in and borrow money from that white bank and build something or whatever in your black grandmother's neighborhood and start this gentrification or whatever and puts them out with their own money.
right,
You know what I'm saying? So the money that you
hmm
get, like these black churches give every Sunday or Monday to these white banks, we have no that grandmother have no access to, and these white investors come along and borrow that money and put grandmother out with their quote unquote Jesus money. Think about it.
Well, I mean,
Think about it.
it's.
No, 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 no but do I have a
No,
good?
no. To me,
Is
I
that a
mean,
point?
it's
Is that
like
a good
that's
point?
no, yeah. Like I mean, but I don't even think. I think you can even take the color out of the church.
No,
I don't think the race even matters. The color is green, man. It's green because now you got more so now. You got these huge churches that cater to everybody. Oh, come to church. You don't got to wear no suit. You wear sweatsuit. Wear whatever you want to wear. We black and white. We only gonna keep you in here for 55 minutes, and
as long as get
we're
we
gonna do
get
a
your money.
9. Yeah, we're gonna do a 9:30, an 11, a 1:30, a 4 o'clock. We're gonna go all day. We're gonna get as many as y'all in here as we can. And preacher ain't gotta preach for 30 minutes. And he tell you, oh, I'm gonna keep it short to the point.
So on average, what do you think a mega church brings in on one Sunday?
I don't I couldn't even I
Exactly.
couldn't even guess.
Nobody knows.
Yeah.
Nobody knows.
I couldn't
So
even
that's
guess.
I'm sorry. That's a rant. I can go on all day about that bullshit, but that's just a rant, man. But yo, man, welcome.
Let me tell you, no, shit, since we there. And this was one thing that kind of turned me against, not against church, because I'm a Christian or whatever.
You go to
But
church?
sometimes I go
Okay,
sometimes.
okay. All right.
But so growing up, man, my grandmother and her sisters, from what I hear, they helped start a church in my hometown, Greensboro, right? And I mean, we're real, in their younger days, real active, real into the church, helping get the church going, blah blah blah. Church ends up being a larger church, and I remember when my aunt died, right?
Mm-hmm.
My grandmother's sister, my great aunt. When she was sick, she wanted the pastor who had been the pastor when they were helping. You know what I'm saying? He was the pastor as they were helping, and he had gotten a little older, but was still the senior pastor. And it wanted him to she wanted him to come and see her, and he wouldn't come. He wouldn't come. And from that point on, man, I was like, man, what is this church stuff really about? It always just sat like funny with me, man. Like,
Right.
and that always sat funny with me to the point where you feel like somebody can be giving you, you don't know how much of their last that they're giving you, and a fact that you make yourself unapproachable or unavailable, that is just that doesn't sit well with me. And I'm not talking about a mega church, but I'm talking about a church with even 200 or 300 members, even 100 members. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
I totally agree.
we get to the point where um, yeah, nobody can talk to him. You have to set an appointment and talk to the assistant pastor. If the issue is big enough, then it goes to the regular pastor and blah blah blah. I just that never sat right with me. If I'm giving you. You see what I'm saying? And I've been giving
10%.
you. And I don't care if you an old lady and you getting SSI and you getting $2,000 a month and you shooting that church over $200 a month for the last 15, 20 years, and then you can't get nobody on the phone, you can't get nobody to come see you. That's bad business to me, man.
Well, that's what church is now, bro. You can rare that you get anybody from the church on the phone. I mean, some of these smaller churches you get, but people go out here and and support Joel Osteen and all that stuff like that. But when shit hit the fan, you can't call Joel Osteen or nobody in that damn church that can help you.
Right.
Like you say, I'm about to get put out my house. You're like, man, shit, call the government. What the fuck you calling us for? But I gave you 15,000. Well, shit. Well, so so you know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it real with you, dog. I mean, that's how I see as churches, man. I mean, I never understood it. I got kicked out of Sunday school as a kid because I questioned certain shit about religion and things of that nature. People question, I'm just a hey, listen, I'm just curious by nature. So I'm asked questions. You know what I'm saying? About where the money go and all that shit like that, bro. People question these pharmaceutical companies, they question politicians and all that, but nobody ever questions the church, though. Where does that money go? Where's the end all be all that money? I don't think a pastor should have a fucking Rolex or a Rolls Royce, a private jet, or these fucking mansions when people get put out on their homes, get put out on the street when they give you money every Sunday. That's some bullshit. And everybody who really thinks about it really knows that. That's bullshit. There's no common denominator that should happen. You know what I'm saying? I can see you're a drug dealer. You got all of that. Okay, that's one thing. But if you're a pastor, you shouldn't be having all that shit.
I'm a great salesman. If he's a great salesman and he's got the ability,
why are you selling religion?
that's what they do. That's what it is. It's a product like anything else.
It's not a product. Religion is not a product.
Okay, it shouldn't be, but that's how it's operated, man. It's operated as a product. It just most of these churches are
So you don't see nothing wrong with
nonprofit,
it?
but they. I'm not saying I don't see nothing wrong with it.
Okay,
I'm
that's all I wanna
saying
know.
I'm saying that's America, and that's how it runs off of capitalism, man. Like I said, somebody is making money, right? And whoever's making the money, that's kind of that's how it goes.
Okay, man. All right. Well, we can go on and on about that, man. But hey, listen, thank everybody. Thank you for joining us, man. Episode 31, man. We at the halfway point of season 3, man. We got some things we want to talk about here as Cy got put out here.
I thought my computer blanked on me, man. My bad.
Yeah, Cy's doing this show from an alley this week. So but some of
I'm
the
at
things
the church. I'm at the church, man.
yeah, and the pastor cut off his fucking internet. So some of the things we wanted to talk about was things that things that men find unattractive that we won't necessarily tell women. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to talk about toxic relationship habits that a lot of people think are normal. So we're going to discuss all of that, man. But we just want to welcome everybody to the ride, brother, and just kind of chop it up with a Sunday afternoon, man. One of the things I saw a couple weeks ago, man. I don't know if you saw this, man. I saw. I'm a huge fan of Jim Jones.
Okay.
Out of Harlem, man. And one of the things that I was really upset about when I saw like a couple of weeks ago, he was in a Gucci store, and him and his crew was in a Gucci store, and he posted a live rant about there was nobody in the Gucci store to help them, and they felt that they was not being taken care of in the Gucci store. And he said how much money they spent in his Gucci store, and just went on and on about it. And I felt like, damn, that, it was kind of a sad rant, because it's a funny thing is how black folk, we spend so much money in these stores, and then like somebody put a black clothing line out, whatever. See, one thing about black clothing lines that we generate ourselves, a black clothing line goes out of style for some odd reason, but a white clothing line stays in style forever. Polo, Hilfiger, whatever, all that stuff just is timeless. But like Sean John, Rockaware, all that shit people, like, after 6 months, people start laughing at you for wearing that shit. You know what I'm saying? But we give so much to these other entities, like white entities and all that. But I wonder why we never like long term support each other, from clothing lines to whatever. It seems like an anomaly that we do that. And I don't know why our money don't touch each other's hands at least 10 times before we let it go out into the world, bro. It was a funny thing I saw that. But Jim Jones, bro, he went on for like 15 minutes about that shit.
And I bet he still spent money in there.
Oh, he spent a lot of money there.
Yeah.
He put a later post up there. He spent like 20-some thousand, 30,000 up in there. Oh yeah, he spent a lot of money up in there. Oh yeah. Just imagine somebody spent 20,000 on a small business, like a black business, walking a black business, spent $20,000 on their clothing or some shit like shit. Somebody spent $20,000 on future astronaut, man. I'd be fucking yo. At one time, I'm like, yo, man, we good
Right,
all
right.
the time, like every week or some shit like that, man. You know what that'll do for a black business? You know what I'm saying? I'm appreciate. Hey, listen, I appreciate for the thousands do we do get, but I would love to get a 30,000 pop at one fucking time, bro. I think
Yeah,
any small black business would. You
yeah,
know what
for
I'm saying? I
sure.
don't think we can. It's just a sad thing sometimes that we don't get that, man. I wish we get that support like like these other guys get, man. You know what I'm saying?
I think, man,
Like that gutsy up shirt you got on.
for sure. Let's see. The thing is, I think a lot of it is like quality, right? I think
Mhm.
like a lot of people shop quality. Like I try to support black businesses. Now I can't say every time I've supported, I've gotten something that's quality. You know what I'm saying? Like oh man, like yo, send me a sweatshirt, send me a jacket, blah blah blah, and they hit you with a price. Might be a little high, but okay, so what? A lot of people buy it, you buy it, and then you might get it and be like, yo, what the fuck? Like this is some bullshit. Like, well, I just donated. So at that point, I'm not supporting. I'm just donating to
Right, 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 right.
business, right? You see what I'm saying? So, but I don't know, man. A lot of these, celebrities talk one thing and then they do another. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it happens a lot, man. And one thing that kills me with a lot of black businesses, especially when they go on social media, that one of the craziest posts I always see about black businesses they put on social media. They be like, uh, if you ain't ready to buy, don't call and ask me about no estimates and all that. If you ain't ready to buy, I'm like, what the
Right,
fuck, bro? I see that all the time. I'm like, yo, man, just your presentation, your customer service, how you give yourself to the world. I think anybody, no, they're not. It don't necessarily mean you're cheap if you're calling somebody asking them asking for an estimate or asking what the price is about something. And
right,
they're price shopping like any reasonable person would do. And I think a lot of black businesses get offended by that shit. Like, no, if you ain't ready to buy, don't ask me about no estimate. I see this a lot, bro. And I'm like,
right.
damn, why the fuck do we do that shit to each other? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But
And
it
and,
be what
and,
it
and
is.
it's like my man Mabry just said, quality, customer service, and professionalism. A lot of people lack at least one out of those three um, those three attributes, man. A lot of people poor customer service, poor professionalism, but at the same time, you can go, to Gucci and get the same poor, professionalism or lack of customer service, and people still spend the money, man. I think again, sometimes these lines and things like that. I think it's your ability to to like to withstand. Like future astronaut, you've been around now what about 6 years, 5 6 years?
Yeah, five. Yeah. It'd be five. This would be our fourth year,
So a lot of people,
2022.
yeah, a lot of people can't they can't maintain for 4 years because like so how long do you think you had to go before you start saying hey, or if you're yet seeing like what you was like yo, now this thing is worth it. I can see my vision. How long do you think you had to go before you did that?
Oh, we didn't start getting to where we are now, like what we do every month. We didn't see that until about it's about 2 years in.
Right. Okay.
2 years in, and a lot of things it was a lot of we lost a lot of money in the beginning, but
Yeah.
I believed in what we were doing, and but now I think it kind of runs itself. We get most of our stuff we sell now. We sell bulk, like to like our biggest customers are not individual. Our biggest customers are like skate shops. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
t-shirt shops, whatever, surf shops that buy, get our shit in like bulk and they put it in their stores or whatever, and we sell it that way. So essentially, we sell to individuals, but most of our revenue come from from stores. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Conglomerates, whatever. They buy our shit the most. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't hating on it. I mean, originally our thought was to do the consumer. We do consumer stuff, but mostly our stuff comes from the stores or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like stores come to buy our shit in bulk. So
Right.
that's how we generate most of our revenues from the stores.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But yeah, man, man, you and I talked a little bit this week, and one thing we kind of talked about, touch base on, was that Kanye West documentary on Netflix, bro.
Yeah.
Bro,
Yeah.
that was some of the best work I've seen in a long time.
Yeah. It was.
You know what I'm
It
saying?
definitely was, man.
I mean, people say a lot of shit about. I always thought Kanye was whatever, but I found a new respect for Kanye West, and I found a new respect for him. Not only his relationship he had with his mother, number one, and the way he believed in himself.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The way he truly believed in him. Some people like got a lot of rappers out here that yo man just give that fucking dream up. But yo, Kanye West truly believed in himself, and I see why. He's super talented. But that documentary, like yo, that was one of the most inspirational things I've seen ever.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? The way he
it
believed in
was,
himself.
man.
You know what I'm
And it's
saying?
crazy because you rarely see somebody being documented like that. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? It's for his boy to be, to be filming him that long. But it's like if you look at that with an open mind and come back and you can't see like why some of the things that it seems like we don't know for sure that he's going through now, he goes through, you would be crazy, man, because dude is just he believes in hard work and he believes hard work will overcome anything. And I'm probably like even his relationship, man. Like, you know what
yeah,
I mean? Like he's like, yo, if I work hard enough, if I do this, I can get it because he did it. Like, I mean, like he was getting clown, man. Like, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? These
yeah,
dudes, like, man, yeah, like I mean, he walking in Rockefeller, like playing CDs, and people looking at him like he a retard. Like,
yeah, man.
okay, what's next? Like he's
Yeah,
like, no, this is all falls down. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
yo,
And
like, and people looking at him like, yeah, okay, get out of here. Like, you know what I'm saying?
but it was crazy though, man. Like you saw like guys, you saw him play these songs and you knew they were hits, and you listen to him, man. You like, damn, this the way he believed in himself and how he went and got it. He like people told him no, but he said, "Fuck that, I'm going to do it any kind of way."
Oh
And
yeah,
that type of inspiration, and people always wonder how do you make it? You know what I'm saying? That's how you make it. You believe in yourself. And one of the most impressive things I saw was his guy that filmed him put his whole world on stop and say, "Yo, fuck it, I believe in this guy. I'm gonna film
I'm gonna
him."
do it. Yeah,
And I'm gonna go with him and take this ride with him, and made that shit work.
right.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? That shit was insane, bro. And I
it's
was like,
definitely
yo,
gonna
man.
pay off, right?
Hey, but yo, Kanye West still dropped his ass when he went on tour. Though.
Yeah,
He
I
went on
would.
tour without his ass though. You know what I'm saying? So, but
And
it is
his
what it is, man.
mom, man, the way his mom was just so supportive, that
Yeah,
shit
you
was
got yeah,
crazy, man.
yeah. His mom was solid, bro.
Wow, it was
His
crazy.
mom was solid, man. She believed in him, man. And I tell you, man, you get your mom and your core people around you believing in you, man. Yo, the sky's the limit to you, man. Because I know it's been as many ideas I've had. I'm like, man, get the fuck out of here with that shit.
Right, right.
That shit ain't gonna, bro. That shit ain't gonna work, bro.
Yeah.
And a lot of dreams died that way. You know
Oh
what I'm
yeah.
saying? Think about it, bro. It's a lot of dreams have died because they place it in the wrong ear. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Just imagine, just imagine if you told somebody the wrong person that you wanted to be an attorney. You're like, man, this motherfucker, man, we won't be no fucking attorney. And it,
Oh,
and it,
I did before. I tell you that story off air though.
but I'm pretty sure that it wasn't in an ear that you valued, so to speak. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right,
Just God forbid, man. Just imagine, like, man, man, like, shit, bro. Like a parent come and tell you, like, yo, hey, I'm an attorney. Yeah,
no.
right. You know what I'm saying? That should be heartbreaking, bro. I remember I told my mother I wanted to be an astronaut. You know what I'm saying? And she like, okay. Mom, she be like, "Pfft." But she never presented that to me. She like,
Right,
okay, all right. She put me to Boy Scouts and all that shit because that's what they did.
right,
You
right,
know, I mean, on the outside, she probably was like, go, son, you can do it. But she probably tell her friends like, "Pfft, that motherfucker trying to, but she never gave that to me. She always thought I could
right,
do it. You know what I'm saying? So
right,
it is
right.
what it is, man. I'm like, yo, salute to him, his mother, bro. His mother was a rock, bro. You know what I'm
Oh yeah.
saying? It was a mother rock. But yo, man, we here to we got a couple of things we want to talk about this week, man.
I got
Yeah,
another question for you.
sure, go ahead, bro.
Just because I've been seeing this stuff.
Will this
So,
question get us in trouble?
I hope not.
Okay,
NSA.
go ahead.
So okay, so Russia finally invaded Ukraine, right?
Mm-hmm.
And of course we all President Biden on TV, we kind of in the mix. Are we still the superpower that we were back when we used to like put our nose in everybody's business and try to calm stuff down? Are we still that superpower? And I'm asking because we older now. Like so now, hopefully people our age have a better perspective of the world. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like back, even in 2001, early 20s. So I don't really know like the world or the United States like I know it now. And now it seems like we just got a lot of shit going on ourselves. You know what I'm saying? And we got troops going over. And I just wonder, just in your opinion, are we as strong as we were? Like, should we still be like, are we as strong, or I guess as feared as we were back when it was like, oh, USA is our ally. Y'all come messing with us. Big bro's coming. Like, are we still there?
No, and people want to give me some shit about this, but here's what I truly believe why we're not that. We don't have people like George Bush in office anymore. Because I'm not trying to be funny, especially when George Bush Jr. was in office. That motherfucker let you know, don't fuck with us because we coming. You know what I'm saying? Now
Mm-hmm.
we're talking about diplomacy and sanctions and shit like that. Yo, man, what are you going to do to a like a terrorist? Like for example, Hitler, right?
Right.
Hitler. One of the
Right.
things that the world did to Hitler was, the Treaty of Versailles after World War One. We came with this whole thing about the Treaty of Versailles, and the Treaty of Versailles was after World War One. The German army could only be this big. They took away a lot of their territory. They had to pay reparations and all of that shit. Whatever, whatever. And it crippled Germany for a long time. But what Hitler did was Hitler said, "Fuck that." You know what I'm saying? Fuck that shit. I'm not paying that no more. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna grow my army as big as I wanted it to be. That's what he did. So I'm growing my army as big as I want. What 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 terrorists and these guys typically do is they say, fuck the paperwork. I'm gonna do what I want to do until you come and stop me. You know what I'm saying? And that's what Russia's doing. Man, fuck them sanctions. Fuck that paperwork. I'm gonna do what I want to do. I'm gonna rebuild this Iron Curtain the way I want to build what I want to do. And until you stop me with force, I'm gonna keep going. And let me tell you something. If you ever watched the proceedings of World War II and what's going on right now, it's the exact same. I'm a history buff, and I've seen this. I've seen it before. This is exactly the way Hitler did it. This is the exact same way he came and he matriculated his force bit by bit by bit, and all the world did was like, "You better stop. We're gonna keep putting sanctions on you," and that's what the world did. And Hitler said, "Fuck you. I'm gonna keep going until you are forced to stop me." And that's what's going on right now. They're putting all these sanctions on Russia and Putin. Putin saying, "Man, fuck you."
Right.
And you try to stop us, we're gonna show you. And no one's done a goddamn thing but send hope and prayers. And that motherfucker's still rolling.
So what are we doing?
Nothing.
Like
There's
what?
nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do.
So what
Because let me
all
tell
the,
you
all the
something.
troops? What are we doing with the troops and stuff?
There's nothing you can do. Let me tell you something. Listen, when you punch, when somebody have the same amount of power as you don't do nothing. There's nothing to do. The only time America fought anybody is when they have less power. America would never fight Russia. They never wanted to fight Russia ever, ever. Even back during the Cold War, when they had missiles pointing us in Cuba. Because when somebody has just as much as you have, you do not fuck with them. The same way Russia's thinking about us, Russia don't want to fuck with us either, and we don't want to fuck with Russia. Because the power, the arsenal is pretty much the same thing. So they're gonna let Russia go as far as until Russia runs out of money, or they decapitate themselves. That's all they're gonna do. There's nothing they can do.
But
Russia
haven't
gonna
we? What are we doing for Ukraine then? I just because I don't understand this shit at all.
basically what happened was when Russia when the old Soviet Union dissolved, all those territories that they're currently trying to get back was taken away from them. So all they're trying to do is get them back, and that's all they're doing. They're gonna keep the Iron Curtain's gonna come back again. They're gonna keep rolling. They're gonna keep rolling. They're gonna keep rolling west until they get everything back they had before. And
Mm-hmm.
there's nothing no one's gonna do about it because I think Russia and China are in cahoots with each other. So what is America gonna do? Who gonna get to decide? Who America gonna decide? Jamaica? I mean, come on, bro. I mean, seriously. I mean, really, who's America going to like say, man? You want to get Guam to go to war with you with these guys, man? No, bro. You know what I'm saying? The only way. Let me tell you something. Look this shit up. The only way Germany and Hitler lost World War II. The only way they did it when they invaded Russia. Had it not invaded Russia, they would have won World War II. They fought two fronts. Man, look at it. So what so we're not gonna make that same mistake. Say, yo, we're not gonna fuck our most important ally we got up is China or some shit like that. They're not gonna fuck with nobody that can really fuck them. That's the mistake Hitler made when he invaded Russia. That's one mistake he made. Had he not this thing called Blitzkrieg and invaded Russia, the one World War II, and we all would have been speaking German right now. Trust me on that. Look it up, bro. He ignored it. He ignored the Treaty of Versailles. He said, "Fuck you and your treaty. I'm gonna do what I want to do." Look this shit up. And they told him his army can only be 100,000. He slowly over the next 3 years. How you think the Autobahn was built? Hitler built it. He came in and said, "Yo, y'all want jobs?" And they're like, "Yeah." "Y'all want this?" "Yeah." And those motherfuckers built the Autobahn. He created all these jobs at Autobahn, rebuilt their military and all that. Dude, where do you think we get all the scientists from? Why you think Russia and US had a Cold War? They were trying to race to get to Berlin to get the scientists that helped Germany. You ever heard of German engineering? Those are the smartest people,
Yeah.
bro. German engineering is how we got to space. That's how we built all our ballistic missiles. Germany, bro. They were the first ones with ballistic missiles. Russia didn't have them. The US didn't have them. Germany had them. And that's why they say, man, we got to get to Hitler. Hitler had a gun that could send a 2-ton missile 2,000 miles and hit it point blank. It's called a rail gun. Let's say we had to get rid of this motherfucker. It's called German. That's why everything is called German engineering. Like the cars,
Yeah.
the best cars, all that's German engineering. So they went and got all these German engineers, and these German engineers said, "Yo, I rather," and they would say, "Yo, if we get captured by Russia or we get
Mm-hmm.
captured by the U.S., which one you think would be better for us?" So all of them went over to the U.S. because they thought the USSR, Russia, would like kill them. But the U.S. took them all back to the U.S. and they created a space program. They created the ballistic missiles and all that shit like that, bro. That's what that shit's about, man. You know what I'm saying?
So as far as like military strength now, what would be like the top five rankings if you knew?
Oh, in terms of military strength,
Yeah.
well, I think what the way they fight now, they fight cyber now. You know, you hear a lot about like like how Russia with the cyber attacks and things like that. A lot of people they fight cyber now, so they kind of dwindled the military forces and kind of went and kind of went more cyber. So one of the things they said they try to do to Russia right now is mess up their grids and all of that shit.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But Russia like, man, fuck all that shit. I'm coming anyway. Dude, when you got the president of Ukraine fighting with a rifle, you know it's over. There's not, dude. Yo, if I ever see Joe Biden out there with a rifle, I'm like, yo, bro, it's over. We're falling within the next 25 minutes. It's over, man.
Right.
Russia's they're like 2 miles away from the capital, bro. It's over. They're gonna take that shit and keep moving. They're gonna take that shit and chill for like 2 years, and they're gonna get something else. They're gonna keep going, bro. These sanctions don't mean shit to Russia.
Mm.
They don't. Look at it, man.
And so my last question is what were we waiting on, or what were people waiting on when Russia was basically like encroaching the border and like sitting there for damn near a month, if not over a month? What were we waiting on? Like, were we like, oh, well, they
You know,
just
people don't want
bullshitting?
people.
Or
People don't want to. They don't want to get into war again, man. So they
I
were
know,
hoping
but
that.
why would you like? Did you think they were gonna really turn around and be like, oh, never
No,
mind,
I mean, but what can you do, bro? Outside of using
fuck,
force, what can you do?
leave? Like, I mean, because I see a lot of like
What you
American
mean,
like ball
you mean
players like
who
they're
you mean like
stuck.
Ukrainians leave or who
Yeah,
leave?
Ukrainians. Like, I mean, people. I'm not saying like the army, but I've seen a lot of posts of like Americans who are stuck there. Like, oh, now we stuck because it's a war zone, can't get out. Like, shit, you ain't think to leave? Like when these motherfuckers was like sitting there, like, yo, I'm out. This is enough. I'm out. Like I seen like in the past 3 or 4 days, I've seen like 4 or 5 like Ukrainian American basketball players who play in Ukraine. Like, hey, I'm stuck. I'm stuck in Ukraine now. I can't get out.
So how do you see that? You saw it in the news, right?
Yeah, I know what like social media people like
Yeah.
post and say.
That's just bullshit, bro. I mean,
You think so?
it is what it is. They're okay. Let me tell you something. The moment when you got news reporters reporting on the front lines, that's some bullshit, bro. It just bullshit,
The
man.
motherfucker was reporting the other night and there's bombs going off behind them though.
Dude, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you, real war versus this shit they got going on now. Look at old video clips of World War I and World War II, and look at this shit y'all got right now. The clips that they got from World War I and World War II, these motherfuckers were like done by like soldiers and things of that nature. They didn't have news reporters back then going through that shit because they know they were gonna get their head blown off. Man, this shit, man. Like there was one reporter that came in and say, "Listen, the Russians." The guy said, "Yo, we want to do like a report." And the Russians like, "Okay, come on in. You can do your report or whatever." Like motherfucker, like really? Like, dude, I'm about to blow these people's head off, and I'm gonna sit there and let you. Come on, bro. There's no rules in war. You know what I'm saying? There's no rules in war. When
Right.
when Russia was about to defeat, I mean, when Germany was about to defeat Stalin, when it was about to take this little town called Stalingrad in Russia back in World War II, this town was about to fall, and Stalin said, "If you retreat, we will kill you. There's no retreating." So women picked up rifles and became a fighting force, and they helped defeat the Germans as they came into this little small towns called Stalingrad. And what I'm telling you is this: like when it comes to war and the way war is, there is no limits, there is no rules to war. When your dictator tells you, "If you retreat, we will kill you,"
Right.
that's what war is, and that's what these dictators. That's what Russia is. It's run by a dictator. A dictator has no rules, bro. There's no you can't. There's no such thing as negotiating with a dictator. You
Right.
can't. Throughout history, you've never been able to negotiate with a dictator. You couldn't negotiate with Hitler. You couldn't negotiate. You couldn't negotiate with Stalin. You can't negotiate with Vladimir Putin. There's no negotiation. They're gonna be like, okay, whatever, man. But they're coming for you when they
Yeah,
want.
because I
Whatever
saw
you
like a
want.
couple weeks ago, he was like, "Oh no, we're not gonna invade. We ain't gonna do nothing."
That's
And
what.
then they invaded.
That's hey man. That's what they do. They lie. I mean, that's what they do. You know what I'm saying? There's never been like you ever seen a honest like you ever seen like could you imagine Hitler being honest? Like no, we won't do that. You know what I'm saying? That
Right.
motherfucker said, "I'm coming," and he told the U.S. He got the most. He got his most. He said, "You know what? In order to win this thing, I'm gonna get the nastiest people to be my ally, the nastiest people that don't give a fuck about nobody." And you know who that was?
China.
Japan.
Oh, Japan.
Japan. Japan. Look at some of the shit Japan did. Japan was one of the most ruthless. The reason why we dropped the atomic bomb on Japan was what we did was we did something called island hopping during World War II. After they bombed Pearl Harbor, so what they did was they said, "Yo, we want to eventually invade the mainland of Japan, right?" So what they did was they did this thing called island hopping. They went every island until they got to Japan. So when they got basically on the doorstep of Japan, they say, "Listen, bro, what do you think is going to happen if we invade Japan? How many people do you think we will lose?" The Joint Chiefs of Staff said we would lose up to 5 million U.S. soldiers if we invade Japan. There's no way we can win if we invade mainland Japan.
Right.
There was no way to win. The hell they went through to capture islands, the body count they did to capture those small islands would pale in comparison when they try to attack mainland Japan. So you know what? What we're going to do? That's when they decided we're going to create the atomic bomb. It was called the Manhattan Project. So in secrecy, they went in and say, okay, we got to find a way to obliviate these motherfuckers. They dropped the first bomb on Japan, and it killed 100,000 people. And Japan said, we still coming, motherfucker. You know, it didn't. So they're like, fuck. So they like the next day, Nagasaki, they dropped like a week later, they dropped another one there, and they say we still coming. It was not until that the emperor he killed himself that
Mm.
they surrender. But it was people in Japan that were saying we will never surrender. They would rather die before they surrender.
Surrender.
You know what I'm saying? So when you got people like that, they're mind thinking you can't defeat them with conventional war. You have to obliterate them. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you're going into Russia or try to attack Russia. It will never work. You have
Okay.
to essentially obliterate them.
Or
You know
just
what I'm saying?
just be enemies and stay away from each other.
Yeah, you just got to be enemies, man. They basically told they basically obliterated Japan. They cut off all the oil and everything to Japan, and that was it. And that's why Japan surrendered. But had they not had Japan was never going to surrender, never. You know what I'm saying? Man, the amount of bodies like they like. For example, I'm gonna give you this one thing right here before we wrap this up. Uh, there's a small. Everyone knows about this small island in the Pacific that the U.S. is about like 2 miles wide.
Mm-hmm.
And the Americans say, well, we're gonna take this island. It takes us like 8 days to take this island. It takes us 8 days. We know there's 20,000 Japs on that island, but we're gonna obliterate this island in 8 days with our Marines and whatever. So for 3 days straight, they shelled this island from ships for 3 days. Just shelled it. Boom, just blowing the shit to smithereens. And they got on the island. They sent the Marines on the island. And the guy from Japan was like, yeah, we'll let them come on. They let them all come on the island, and they mowed them down.
Mm.
It took them 3 months to capture that small island. They lost the Japanese guys lost 100,000 soldiers. The U.S. lost
Wow.
20,000. They said we
Wow.
will fight you to the death. You know what I'm saying? So when people think like that, you're not going to beat them with conventional warfare.
Right.
So you have to think about, do we want to get into something like this again? When people like there's no surrender, bro. When nobody wants to surrender, how do you beat them? You know what I'm saying? Like we basically we lost the Vietnam War. North Korea was going to never surrender. It was never
Mm-hmm.
surrender. They bombed. There was something called the Ho Chi Minh Trail that went from South Korea to North Korea. They
Right.
bombed that thing every day. Every day, the U.S. bombed that thing every day. The next day, every time they woke up, that trail was rebuilt because North Korea was like, yo, bro, we don't give a fuck about that.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Conventional warfare don't work on certain people. It only work on
Right.
us. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. It's gonna be hard to beat somebody with a different belief system than what we have.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? No motherfuckers don't believe in shit but Allah and Buddha and shit.
Yeah.
Shit. They talk about Jesus Christ over there. The motherfucker like, bring your ass over if you want to. We're gonna chop your head off. That's all I'm saying, man. There's nothing, conventional warfare is dead. Shit.
Except for with us.
Hey, man, listen, look at some of those old wars and shit, bro. World War II. They mowed those like look at some of those old wars, bro. Look at some of this shit when Hitler went east and invaded Russia. Look at that shit.
Right.
He caught Stalin off guard. He caught him off guard, and they were 25. It was 45 miles away from Moscow. And
Damn.
had that Russian winter not hit, they would have defeat the Russians. And had they defeat the Russians, we'd have been speaking German right now, because there's no one that could beat them. It took the U.S., the Soviet Union, to beat Russia. I mean, to beat Germany and Japan. Those two motherfuckers together was the most they was dastardly together. They were diabolical. Hitler didn't give a fuck.
And what year was that?
This was like they started this like when 1942, when they started doing all this. The Treaty of Versailles came right after World War One. That's when they said they blamed Germany for World War One, and Hitler was fought in World War One, and he was so pissed about that. He's like, "Yo, we gave up. We let these people come and tell us what we do," and that's why he rose to power with the Reich. You know what I'm saying? He was a German chancellor at first, and he slowly rose up through the ranks of the German political system and he became the Führer, which means Germany means leader.
Right.
And he captured the heart and soul of the German people. And once he captured their heart and soul, there was nothing nobody could do. And that army, that air force he built, it was second to none. Second to none. You know what I'm saying? And the only reason why the U.S. was able to do whatever they did was when they bombed Pearl Harbor, we had to set up factories and all that shit to get going. Germany had all that shit going. They already had that shit going, bro. They was ready. You know what I'm saying? Had they attacked us first, oh man, it'd have been over. But they went east and did everything. They went piece by piece by piece by piece, and it was on the doorstep of Russia. They attacked Russia first, and that's how it all came into play. Russia's like they just kind of the Russian winter basically won World War II for everybody else, man. You gotta look this up, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna do
Putin and these guys all think the same, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't trust none of those motherfuckers myself.
Right.
But you know what I'm saying? Had you had George Bush in there, none of this shit would be going on right now. Trust me on that.
What would he have done?
Huh?
What would he have done?
Oh, he would have told that motherfucker, you do that, we coming for your ass. I
So
guarantee.
you saying he would have invaded Russia?
Oh, he wouldn't. No, he wouldn't. I wouldn't necessarily wouldn't invade him, but he would have had a force there, say, "Don't come over here," some shit like that.
Oh, a force in Ukraine.
Him or Barack Obama. Barack Obama was a nasty motherfucker when it came down to killing motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Look at a lot of people like those drone strikes and all that shit. Barack Obama killed a lot of motherfuckers. People don't know about this shit. Them drone strikes, Barack Obama was the kingpin of that shit. He killed everybody. Sis, Barack Obama killed everybody. Now, had he been in office or George Bush number two, none of this shit would be going on right now. George Bush number two would have fed out told him, "You come over, we're gonna fuck you up," type shit. Barack Obama would have done it a little more cerebral or whatever. But either one of them two, man, they already know Joe Biden don't know what the fuck going on. They already know that shit, bro. Come on, man. You try to be nice there. You can't be, when you're a leader, you can't be nice. You know what I'm saying? Hitler was not nice. George Bush was not nice.
Right.
Barack Obama was not nice. Them guys were not, they were dastardly, man. They didn't play no fucking games, bro. You can't play no games when you're a leader, bro. There's no friends, bro. Stalin was not nice. When you're a leader of a country, of a superpower, you have to exert that power, bro. Right. If I was president, man, shit, I would let those motherfuckers know.
Well, I appreciate the lesson, man. I meant to ask you because I was like, man, I don't know enough about it to know kind of, what's going on.
You should have paid attention in school about that.
No, I didn't go to that. I didn't go to that class.
Nah, man, but it's all good though, bro. But yeah, we hope and pray everybody be safe over there, man. I feel so bad for those people, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We got it good in America, Jack. Damn, we got it good over here, bro. But man, we got it good over here, man. You know what I'm saying? So salute to George Washington and everybody else to help us get the Constitution written and shit like that. But we're here to help everybody else. The ones that are really not into war and all that shit like that, man. So we wanted to kind of, put a few things here, man. And one of the things we wanted to talk about was, which one you want to do first? You want to do the Opinionated-Facts list or you want to do something else, man? What you want to do, brothers?
Do the Opinionated-Facts list.
Okay, we're going to do the Opinionated-Facts list. Okay, cool. So the Opinionated-Facts list for this week's is 10 things men find unattractive, but they will not tell you.
Oh, let's do it.
10 things men.
Because we're both passive aggressive.
You think so, bro?
You know we are. Go ahead.
Okay, so here we think. This is Opinionated-Facts list for episode number 31, halftime. 10 things that men find unattractive, but they will never tell you. Are you ready to go?
Let's go.
So anybody who agrees with us, put A in the comments. If you disagree, just put a D or just say what you really feel. Okay, here's 10 things. All right, number 10 is fussing over makeup. All right, men don't like the idea of how women are very subconscious about their makeup, always talking about their makeup in public, how my makeup look and this, that, and the third, whatever. Men don't like the fussiness over makeup. So that's number 10. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Number 9 is swearing. Cursing a lot, like women that curse a lot, that swear a lot. That's just a little too much sometimes. Occasionally is okay.
I like a little cursing though.
Okay, but I think what we're talking about is just like every other word.
Yeah, I don't like that, but I mean, I like a chick that might.
Okay, so you
drop the MF bomb every so often.
Oh, okay, you like a motherfucker every now and
then. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right, cool. Okay, all right. Number 8 is attention seeking.
Oh, I hate that. hate that.
Number 8 is attention seeking. That's self-explanatory.
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah, we hate that. Okay. Number 7 is impatience. Generally, women are more impatient than men, but some women are just a notch bigger than men. You know what I'm saying? So women tend, we don't like the impatience of women. Okay, so so this is 10 things that men find unattractive in women that we won't tell you. Number 10 is fussing over makeup. Number 9 is a woman that swears a lot. Number 8 is attention seeking, and number 7 is impatience. The number 6 thing is dominance behavior. They like to dominate the relationship and just be dominant about certain things. They like to exert certain dominance over the relationship. So they don't like a woman. Okay, number 5. Number 5 is possessiveness. They don't want they don't want women that's over possessive of the relationship or over possessive of you as a man. They don't like that. Okay. Number four, which I thought should have been number one, but it's number four, so we'll roll with it, is lying. Lying is very unattractive no matter who does it. But when it comes from a woman, it's a notch worse than when a man does it, I think. So
Well, usually the lies are worse. Lies
oh
are
yeah,
normally worse, though,
oh
right?
yeah, oh yeah. It's hard to catch a woman lying though.
This your baby?
It's hard to catch a woman that lie. It's very difficult to catch a woman that lie. Okay. Number three is just have a sense of just always have a pessimist attitude about everything. This is not going to work. You know what I'm saying? Did they have
Oh, that runs me off. Some
It's pessimism.
pessimism and somebody who hates their job and like pessimism or not if you hate your job. If you hate your job and you about to do something, you try and do something different, fine. If you hate your job and you just want to complain about it every day, or like every day is the worst day on earth, that's kind of like a little turn on. I mean, because like I don't have any room for your negative energy. I got
But
enough of
but,
my
but,
own.
but wouldn't it behoove you to help her get another job or help her walk through it or just
You know,
find out
some
what she
people
really
don't
wants?
want. Like it's different if you like, man, this is some bullshit. But I don't feel like complaining about it. I'm looking for something different. But versus, oh God, the kids were so bad today.
So
Oh
so you're
God,
talking about a teacher.
anybody like just giving examples.
All right. Number two is acting childish.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. I've seen that before. I've seen that before. But we talked last week about dating younger women, but I think this is a totally different aspect of it, just acting childish. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And so here we go. Here's the 10 things that men find unattractive but won't tell you. Number 10 is the fussiness over makeup. Number 9 is swearing. Number 8 is attention seeking. Number 7, just a woman that's very impatient. Number 6 is dominating behavior. Number 5 is just over possessive women. Number 4 is lying. Ooh, that's big. Number 3 is just being a pessimist. Number 2 is acting childish. And the number one thing that men find unattractive about women, but we won't tell you, is a drunk ass woman.
Oh, don't nobody want no woman drunk all the time. No,
Ooh man, if you are drunk, if you oh bro, let me tell you something. There's not a man on this earth that like a drunk ass woman. Like in public or whatever, that is the most unattractive thing ever. It's a
yo,
drunk ass woman.
you nailed
Am
it
I
on the
lying,
head.
bro?
No, you ain't lying.
Oh
You ain't
man.
lying.
Oh man. I went to a
I'm talking
football
about
game.
throwing up and shit. You got to carry her out. Oh yeah.
Oh, bro, I seen that, bro. I was at a football game, the Carolina Georgia game some years back, and I saw this guy. His girlfriend was fucked up. She was fucked. Not drunk. She was just gone.
Stupid drunk.
Just the sloppy drunk.
Yeah.
She was. It was a. I was like, oh, you could tell her looking at this. He was done with her, bro. She was gone.
Oh
She was
wow.
running on the field type gone. If no one held her back, she would have been on the field, bro. She was
Oh
gone.
wow.
And
Wow.
this was the second quarter. Seriously, this was the second quarter, bro.
Probably
Listen, nobody like.
tail tailgating.
Oh yeah. I was pretty nice that day too. I was pretty nice. The person I would had to come to the bathroom to get me out there. I was pretty fucked up. But that woman, oh boy, she was fucked up, bro.
Well, you know you can't.
Let me-
You really can't drink anyway.
yeah, man. Let me tell you something. When you go tailgating, don't ever go with white people because they will get you fucked up. I made the mistake of going with these white guys, and I would never. I don't talk to those guys to this day. When they call me now, I don't answer their phone calls. They got me so fucked up. I've never been that fucked up in my life ever,
Drinking
and I
what?
never will be again. Huh?
Drinking what?
I don't know what they gave me, bro. I really don't know. They probably was that same stuff to get a guy in 12 years a slave. When they got him fucked up, and next thing you know, he woke up with yo, if the chick wasn't out there I was with, I probably would have been a slave in Louisiana by now. Yo, I was, bro.
So
I don't know
what
what
the
the
hell is
fuck
wrong
they
with
gave
you,
me,
man?
man. I swear to God,
Did you
bro.
make it home okay?
Yeah. No, we had to stop it. We had to stay in a hotel that day because, bro, no. I would never go to those tailgate white guys again. I swear to God, that same thing they gave that dude in 12 Years a Slave, bro. I thought about that shit years later when that movie came out. I said, yo, that's how I felt. You know what I'm saying? Shit. I felt like Solomon. That was his name, right? Solomon? Oh, man. They gave me that 12 Years a Slave juice, man. I was fucked up, bro. They called me like 2 weeks later. Hey man, I said, man, fuck you. Don't call me no more,
Did
man.
you call it?
No, I never went with those guys. Yo, the girl I was with had to come to the bathroom and get me out the bathroom, bro. I was fucked up. Seriously. No, never again.
What color was it?
Never again, bro.
Was
I
it like
was. I, don't ever go to a tailgate with white guys ever in your life, ever.
moonshine or something?
Don't do that, man. Huh?
Was it moonshine?
I don't know what it was. Here's the last thing I remember. The last thing I remember, we was drinking coffee. And we were playing this game out in the parking lot. We were drinking coffee. Like, yo, man, you want some of this? I'm like, yeah, man, give me some of that over there. And I kept playing the game. And I walked into the stadium. And then that's all I remember. All I remember is people like, yo, man, she had to come into the bathroom and get me out. No. I'd never talk to those guys ever again. No. I was gone, bro. Whatever they gave Solomon, if she hadn't been with me, I probably would be in Louisiana right now picking cotton.
Or about an hour, an hour west of Atlanta.
Dude, you would have never seen me again. They would have changed my name and everything. They would have, dude, I would have been gone, bro. Them boys got me. No, never again, man. Hell no. I won't do that shit again, bro.
Wow.
Yeah, man. So, but yeah, that's the 10 things, man. That men find unattractive, but they won't tell you, bro. So, I had a good time. I seen the pictures. I seen the pictures from that game, and they're not my best moment, but I had a great time at that game, bro. I had a good time, man. I'm sorry. Hey, man, I like to tell everybody the truth, bro. Listen, man, I had some of the most fun of my life. If I ever wrote a book, some of the shit I've done, some of the adventures I've had, bro. I've had a life, bro. I just tell my brother all the time. I say, bro, if God takes me tomorrow, there's no regrets. There's no regrets about the life I lived, bro. I've done just about everything I want to do and had the most fun. Bro, there's not much I haven't done, man. I won't get into it. A lot of people don't know between but me and God and the people I've done it with. But bro, I've done some shit.
I'm gonna take you as word, man.
Bro, I have done some shit. I don't live with no regrets, man. I live with no regrets. And people think this is just like some bullshit about, bro. I live with no regrets. No regrets, man. I've done some crazy shit. Yes, exactly.
12 years of slave juice.
Nigga, they would it was man. Sometimes I lay in my bed like, yo, I can't watch that 12 Years a Slave movie because at the point when he was playing that fiddle in that club, and they was giving him drinks, I was like, yeah, that was me. They was around me. They was around like two guys on my shoulder talking to me and giving me no drinks, man. I felt just like something did, bro. I was like, yeah, that's how they got me. That was me at that game, bro. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I would have been in Louisiana the next day if that chick wasn't with me. But anyway, man, yeah, man. But yeah, man. So it is what it is, man. I'm sorry, man. You asked me, man. You asked me, man. But that was something that that was at a time in my life where I felt free. It was after my divorce and things of that nature, and I was just going through things. I just wanted to live it all out. I just wanted to get it all out of me, you know. And them years, I've been divorced over 10 years now, 12 years now, whatever it's been. And over the past 12 years, boy, I've lived a life, bro. I live, bro. I've been to every continent except Antarctica and Australia. I did a lot of traveling with my last job or whatever, but I've been everywhere, and I think I've done everything. I done had a ball, bro. I had a ball.
Well, on that note,
I went to Africa. Let me tell you something. I went to Africa, man, and man, those 2 weeks, that month I spent in Africa, almost about a month I spent, man, insane, Mm, insane, bro. I gotta tell you this. So, I was chilling with this guy in Africa, right?
mm-hmm.
He was a local guy. He was an attorney in Africa, and I met him through somebody else. He was a big time attorney there. So, I was there for a while, and I was doing some work or whatever, and him and I eventually became very good friends while I was there.
Mm-hmm.
But I met him over here, and I told him, "Hey, man, I'll be in Africa in about a couple of months or whatever. I have to do some work over there." I'll be like, "Hey, man, look me up when I get there." I thought it was bullshit, so I called him up when I got there. Him and I hung out after work or whatever. Him and I hung out, and I guess he was trying to feel me out, see if I was a cool motherfucker or whatever. He said, "Hey, listen, bro, there's a men's club that I'm a part of. Do you want to come go to my men's club with me tonight?" Well, yeah, no problem. I thought it was like a Boy Scout meeting. Bro, when I say a man's club, I've never seen anything on earth like this club. There's nothing in the US that compares to this club. This is the greatest club I ever been to in my entire life. It's not a club. It's not a club. It's a facility where men hang out and anything goes. I'm gonna leave it at that.
What part of
Bomb
Africa
me.
were you in, man?
Huh?
What part of Africa were you in?
I was in Tanzania.
Mm.
Outstanding, bro. I went to Tanzania. I went to Arusha and things of that nature. Out fucking standing. We spent 2 days in Dubai. Um, man, we used to do like the Winter Olympics. We used to go, man. Oh, bro, I missed. That's the one thing I do miss about that job. We used to travel
Oh,
and
I
all that.
remember all you traveling now.
Bro, we used to, bro, we that me quitting that job saved my life.
You a fool, boy.
I made a shit ton of money, bro. But bro, that shit, bro, it was incredible. Oh boy, it was incredible. I lost a lot with that job, but man, the memories, man. If I ever wrote a book, and I'll be truthful in this book, if I go from one point to the next point, if I really sat down and wrote a book, it'll be amazing, bro. It would be absolutely amazing if I was truthful. Everything I've done and things of that nature, it would be fucking amazing.
Mm.
Sometimes I'm like, yo, it's crazy. I'm ashamed of myself. A lot of times, I'm quite ashamed of myself. But bro, so that's why I be like, yo, like now in my life where I'm so settled, a
Right.
lot of things doesn't fascinate me anymore. I'm like, yeah, I done that, man, bro, shit. Bro, I can tell you something, man. Man, they click I show off. I tell you some shit right now that I done over
Don't
there.
tell me. Don't tell me.
There's nothing. There's nothing guys can tell me right now. They're like, oh wow, that blew my bro. I'm like, okay, bro, that's nice, bro. Going to Vegas every weekend, to New York, to LA, bro. Ain't much you can tell me that
Oh
I
yeah.
haven't seen.
I remember y'all used to do the fights, boy. That
We used
was
to do fight those fight parties, bro. At the night that the night that Roy Jones Jr. got knocked out, the Thomas and Mack Center. So after that, we had press passes. We was
yeah,
part of the
yeah.
press. We was
You were
part of the
there
press.
like long before the fight started, like
We were
weeks
there long
weeks
before the
before,
fight.
right?
So
Yeah.
after the fight, man, you kind of hanging out in the back or whatever. That's where we were. People like, yo, man, uh, you coming to the fight party tonight? Like, yeah, yeah. This is my but this wasn't my very first time. But I kind of knew at that point what those fight party was like. Like, yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, we'll be there. So what we would do, we would pack. We had by that time we would have people pack our shit up and we get the fuck out of there and go to the fight party. But let me tell you something. The very first fight party I went to, we was in New York. They had a fight in Madison Square Garden, and so we were packing our shit up, and this guy came over to us like, "Hey, man, you guys want to go over to the fight party up at the hotel, or whatever?" We're like, yeah, man, no problem, man. I had no idea what we were about to walk into. God knows I had no idea. Yeah, no problem, man. We'll be over there. Yeah, no problem. He said, man, when you get up to the hotel, to show them your sticker on your press pass, and they'll let you up because they know you with us. Well, yeah, okay. Oh man, dude, I thought it was gonna be like 3 or 4 people, 5, 10 at the most in this hotel room, right? So we didn't know what floor this party was on. So we walked into the hotel, and the guy
Right.
and the guy was like, "Yo, man, we going to the party." He's like, "Oh yeah, come with us." We didn't go into the regular elevator. We went around to the back to the service elevator because the service elevator goes all the way up to the penthouse, to the pit
Right.
floor. So the guy, the bellhop dude, was like, "Yo, man," he was like giggy the whole time, like kneeing us on our arm, like, "Yo, man, it's gonna be like, whatever." I'm like, "What the fuck wrong with this motherfucker?" I'm like, "Yo, man," he was just happy.
Right.
Yo, so when the door opened to the floor, it doesn't go to a floor and goes to the hallway. It opened up to the floor to the room.
Yeah. Yeah.
Open the floor to the room. Pussy and cocaine everywhere. That's all I'm gonna say. Any celebrity you think was in there was in there. Pussy and cocaine everywhere. I'm not gonna tell you how long I stayed, but I tell you like this: it was incredible. It was incredible. It was incredible, bro. Bro, bro.
Well, on that note,
Oh, yo, man, yo, man, if I didn't quit that job, I'd have been dead right now.
I always wonder why you quit it.
Um, I just, I made a great living doing it, but I'm like, bro, I just wanted to do my own thing. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
It was great, man. I've seen the world. I've seen the world. I had the most fun. I met some incredible people. I've done some incredible things in terms of work and doing, man. But bro, it was a consequence that cost me a lot. It cost
Right.
me my marriage and things of that nature. I can be honest about that. Had it not been for that job, I definitely would have still been married. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Had a great marriage, but I had a greater time on the road. knows, bro. God knows, man. Man, bro, man. I don't get killed. If these guys watch this, I used to work with, man, they probably kill me, man. But yo, we had a fucking phenomenal time.
I know y'all did.
Absolutely, bro.
I remember you telling me
Absolutely.
about it. And the
Oh,
thing
bro.
about it, people don't understand. We were young, man. We was in our
Dude, I was
twenties.
a young man. I was a
Yeah.
young man. I made a lot of mistakes. And that was the worst thing that could happen to me because I don't like talking about money. I don't like talking about money, but I made a fantastic living, and I was young at the time. And those two things, I was not ready for that. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? I was not ready for what. I don't know if God blessed me with that or showed me like, yo, bro. And after that, after I left, I said, bro, money never mattered to me ever again. It
Right.
never mattered to me, bro. People talk about money all the time, bro. It don't even matter to me, bro. It don't. I made a fantastic living. I made a greater living now, but money never mattered to me after what all of that fun cost me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Bro. But I tell you like this: if I ever wrote a book, bro, and I've been honest, if I be honest on those papers, it'll be a seller like nobody's at business, bro. I mean, the shit we did in Africa, bro. Oh my gosh, man. Oh, bro, nothing's exciting. Nothing excite me anymore, man. Like this chick I used to fuck with. She used to tell me, she's like, "Yo, are you done with him?" I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "What's wrong with you?" I'm like, "Man, that shit don't fucking excite me, man."
Right. Right. Right.
Bitch, I can show you some shit. Let me put these tapes in. Let me show you a video in my phone, bitch. Shit, you can't blow my mind by masturbating in front of me. That shit don't work. Man, let me show you what I did. Let me show you what I did in Beirut, bitch. That shit don't excite me. You know what I'm saying? I've done some shit. But anyway, man.
Boy.
But
Oh
anyway,
my
man.
goodness.
I'm sorry I went on this long rant, bro. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
Hey, man. That's what it's all about, man. We live. We on a phone call. Just a
Mm.
public one.
Yo, bro, if I were
With that being said, don't say no more.
I won't say no more, bro. Honestly, man, I won't say no more, man. I used to, honestly, bro, I used to sit back and I used to think about, and a lot of times people live with regret, and I don't regret much in my life. I really don't. Even I got divorced and things. I don't regret much in my life. Some things I
Right.
do. The only thing I regret about my life is I wish I would have worked harder at some of my dreams and aspirations. That's the
Right.
only
Right.
regret I have. Some
Right.
of the things I wish I would have done, I would have worked harder at it. You know,
Right.
but just the people I met, the places I've been, the things I've done, good or bad, I live with regrets, bro.
Right, right.
If I go tonight, I, there should be no crying at my funeral, bro. Because I'm be like, yo, man, you should see that shit that nigga did, bro, bro, bro. Sigh, I had a ball, bro.
I
I
know
had a
you
ball.
did. I know you did.
hmm hmm But yo, with that said, man, yo, we had a ball doing this tonight, man. We kind of went off strip a little bit. We had some other shit, we wanted to talk about, man. But y'all got, I had a little
Hey
more. I had a
man,
little.
the history lesson was worth it, man. I know I needed it. I know other people listening needed it. So we appreciate you for that, man.
Yeah, man.
Not not the work history lesson, the Ukraine Russia history.
Hey, man. I honestly, I love history, bro. I watch a lot of history. I used to look at it. I mean, I used to watch. I mean, I used to pay really close attention when I was in school. I was always a really history, just a buff about it, and I watch a lot of it now to this day.
Right,
I love history, how we got to this point. You know what I'm saying? So everything happens for a reason, I think, and I think history kind of repeats
for
itself
sure,
in some form or fashion. So
for
it's
sure.
always, I think, it's always intelligent for everybody to kind of know what's happening in the past, to kind of see how we kind of move forward in the future. And if you look at it, a lot of things happen the same way, but it happens similar, but in different ways. You
Right,
know what I'm saying?
right,
So if you ever take a look at it, just take a look at the start of World War II. It's a fascinating thing. Look at the start and the end of it. You don't have to look at the whole in the middle, but look at the start and the end of World War II. It's one of the most fascinating things in human history you can ever be up on, man. So that's one of
right.
my things I like to listen to. You know what I'm saying? I love space, and I love history. I love space. I always watching something about space, but I love history too, man. So I'm boring. I'm a boring guy right now. So, uh,
Shut
and
up, man.
I like to watch internet porn. So in no particular order: space, World War II, and internet porn. Those are my recreational activities.
Hey man, we we
Oh,
we
I got in
we
trouble.
we'll be back next week for episode
Yeah,
30.
man. Yeah, yeah. So we out of here, man. Yo, thanks for everybody for fucking with us for episode number 31, man. We'll be back next week. Kind of went off script here with episode 31. I had a little much to drink, I think, and so I'm out of here. So you got anything you want to say to the good people before we
Hey
get out of
man,
here, man?
appreciate everybody for listening, man. We right back next week, man. Great show coming forward to you.
I hope I don't get fired for doing this shit. But thanks for everybody who tuned in. I really do appreciate it. And everybody always tell it, please help somebody. Help somebody do something that just help somebody. If you see somebody struggling with something or they ask for your help, do the right thing and go help them. You know what I'm saying? So everybody have a great Sunday evening. Have a great week. God bless everybody. Salute.
Peace.